So since the PC cover is open, let's dive inside real quick and what the hell? What's up guys, it's Ed from TechSource and welcome to Setup Wars episode 39, where you submit your desk setup to get featured on the channel. If you want to submit your desk setup, make sure to watch the video linked down below. If the video is private, I am no longer accepting submissions because I am jam-packed in submissions. So yeah, let the Setup Wars begin. As always, everyone's gear for their setups will be linked down below if anyone is interested, but here are your 5 lucky contestants. We have Jack, Justin, Martin, Ming, and Ryan. Congratulations for making it into Setup Wars episode 39. So first up is Jack with a compact black and red setup. We have a 22-inch Dell touchscreen monitor, a TT Esports Mecha G Unit keyboard, MSI DS100 mouse on top of the SteelSeries mousepad. Also on the desk we have a custom modded Xbox 360 controller, a pair of Bose Companion 3 speakers, and a red lamp to stay consistent with the theme. Mounted against the wall on some ghetto rigged hangers, we have some headphones, the P12s from Turtle Beach, and AKG K99s. Hey, at least they are in red to match your setup. Fantabulous job with cable management. All the wires are resting neatly on the ever so popular IKEA Signum rack that I am sick and tired of seeing, and powering this setup is a badass PC inside the stunning NZXT S340 case. We have an AMD A10 7850K paired with an R9 390 GPU, which is being cooled by the Triton Core CPU cooler. I know it's not in my place to comment on PC builds for Setup Wars, but you might want to upgrade your CPU because you're most likely experiencing bottlenecking on CPU intensive games like GTA 5, Arma 3, and others. If you're gonna upgrade, an FX 6300 or an 8320 is what I would recommend. But yeah, overall a very clean and straightforward setup, nothing I would really recommend. Thank you Jack for entering. Okay, so this next desk is, I don't even know what to say. It's kind of like a fortified battle station. So it took him 10 weeks to build it and it cost around 1,100 bucks worth of material. So we have chrome diamond platings around the borders, the tabletop and side panels are made out of MDF wood, and the entire thing was hand painted black. So on this battle station we have 3 Asus 23.6-inch monitors, a Corsair K65 RGB keyboard, Logitech G602 mouse, and Logitech Z323 speakers. The main purpose of this desk was to eliminate the sight of all wires, according to Justin, and I think he succeeded. No wires in sight, it looks like everything was hooked up against the roof of the desk, and we got a bunch of clips and tape holding up the cables and power strips. Job well done, this must have taken a long ass time. I especially like the modded USB hubs you have implemented on the monitor riser, 2 in fact, which is awesome. You know, for a giant desk like this, you definitely don't have a lot of stuff on it and it just feels kind of empty. Normally I'm trying to keep things off the desk for a more clean look on Setup Wars, but in this case, put some more crap on your desk, man. It's a shame to have all of that space go to waste, but very impressive setup, Justin. Thank you so much for showing off your battle station. Finally, away from that dark cave and into something a little brighter, we have Martin's single display setup. A 24-inch Dell monitor, CM Storm suppressor keyboard, and Logitech G502 Proteus Core mouse. Also on the desk, we have a pair of Logitech Z523 speakers and a HyperX Cloud gaming headset resting on top of the PC. I kind of like the angle of this setup. It's not your usual flat and parallel setup. You have a bit of attitude. So since the PC cover is open, let's dive inside real quick. First off, I like to mention that the all-white build looks dope. We have a white Fractal Define R4 case, a white power supply, black and white cables, RAM sticks, and even the CPU cooler is black and white. It's running on a Xeon E3 1231 V3 processor, an Asus GTX 970 Strix graphics card, 16GB of RAM, and god damn that cable management. Very, very impressive. I feel like if you can cable manage your PC that well, you can cable manage your setup. Pretty clean for the most part, but if you really want to hide all those cables, you can use some 3M tape and stick it on the back of that power strip and hook it up to the roof of your desk. Also +1 on that tray under your desk that's holding up your laptop. It looks like it was custom made by Martin himself. The only obvious thing I would recommend is a headphone hanger for your HyperXs, and you have just a spot for them right there next to your PC. You can thank me later. Very clean and sexy setup, Martin. Thank you for entering. At number 4, we have Ming with another single display setup. We have a 22-inch AUC monitor on top of a riser, and below that we have a whoa. Is that an Alienware PC? I'm sorry, I'm throwing this setup in the trash. That is unacceptable. Get out of here. I'm just kidding, relax. So on the desk we have the stock Alienware keyboard, a Razer Death Adder mouse on top of the Corsair extended mouse pad. We also have a pair of Logitech Z200 speakers which are hooked up to the Denim DJ headphones. What is it with all these Logitech speakers? I don't get it. Holding up the Nintendo 3DS is the Daiso phone stand, and wow, look at that samurai sword that's hiding over there in the corner. That's pretty cool. Cable management is pretty good. It seems like you tied everything together and just tossed them in the corner behind your desk. Not a bad way to save some time. So that wire just hanging down from the desk is kind of bothering me, so why not hook it up to the back of your PC? Regardless, it's a pretty cool setup. Thank you, Ming, for entering. This last setup will take your OCD levels to the next level. Not only do we have 2 different size monitors which are not aligned perfectly, but we have a rainbow colored setup. Purple LEDs, orange salt lamp, brown headphones, green keyboard and mouse pad, and last but not least, a black and blue DX racer chair. First ever seal of disapproval. Congratulations. Why am I such an asshole in this episode? So on the desk we have a Razer Black Widow Ultimate keyboard, a Phoenix Nasita mouse on top of the Goliathus extended mouse pad. Some other things on the desk include the Sennheiser HD598 headphones, on the Cosmos headphone stand, and a pair of Klipsch Pro Media speakers. Finally, speakers that are not Logitech. So the PC that's powering this setup is running on a 4790K and a GTX 980 Ti. Not bad. Cable management is flawless. We have the power strip attached to the roof of the desk with some Velcro straps, and the IKEA Signum rack once again, god damn it, holding up all of those cables. Other than some minor OCD issues I have with this setup, I think it's great, and hey, if it works, it works. Thank you, Ryan, for entering. So that's it for this week's episode of Setup Wars. You guys know what to do. Drop your comments down below and vote on who you think has the best desk setup. As always, voting will end Saturday, and I'll announce the winners on Sunday on my Twitter and Instagram accounts. So follow me there if you guys give 2 shits. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoy Setup Wars, and I'll see you in the next episode.